you know how many minutes that we're speaking
for?
Intelligently,
Right.
saying coherent things.
It's most minutes.
It's most minutes. So, I'm sorry, fucking 10% of that
Right,
is us
yeah.
is talking like a dumbass. I'm at a 90% hit ratio for intellect and understanding and coherent ideas.
Welcome to Joy Tactics, the podcast dedicated to all things joyful, joyous, and meeting as many celebrities as humanly possible. Hosted by Eric Rahill, Nate Veroni, and Jack Bensinger. Enjoy.
I'm tired of an aging body. I'm tired of not giving myself a chance. I'm tired of watching my body turn into something that I'm not proud of and my mind go to mush as I become more crazy successful and people are offering me alcohol and crazy drugs. Like, I'm tired of falling into that lifestyle that has taken so many others. River Phoenix, Johnny Depp.
Yeah, man. Well, do you want to talk
I need
about
to do
it
something
on
about this now.
Do you want to talk about it on the podcast today, or do you want? We could cut it.
No, I want to talk about what we're gonna do about this shit.
Should we start rolling?
Yeah, let's start rolling.
All right.
You know what? All right, so it's definitely time for a change, right?
Yeah, it is.
Obama style.
And that was off the pod. Eric was saying that. That's how he talks and speaks to us.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about Legos today, man.
Different Lego. Oh, one time I submitted a Lego creation to Lego magazine, and I got because remember in Lego, Miguel, remember Lego magazine? They would put all like kids' creations on the back pages. Back 2 pages were like kids holding up Legos. I made a crazy ass spaceship, and I got confirmation that my Lego was going to be featured in the magazine. And then the bastards did not even ever put my picture in there.
Oh, that explains a lot.
Wow.
That's an origin story right there. The cry that was not heard.
I had a
Y'all
similar...
wonder why I'm violent.
Oh.
Violent.
I had a similar
what?
scenario where I had worked on I do you guys remember this? I don't know. This might be too specific, but it was called Beckett Magazine. It was for Dragon
Beckett.
Ball Z, like anime.
No.
It was like a monthly magazine for like anime. And they would have the fucking fan art section. And people don't know this, but I'm an incredible fucking artist and drawer. That was my first passion in life. And I drew the fucking shit out of a Super Saiyan 3 Goat Tanks. I think it was one of the fusion. It was like the two little guys, the two little homies fused together in the Super Saiyan 3, like the most powerful fucking Saiyan you could possibly do. And I was fucking scared. Dude, it looked I can see it in my head right now. It's so
Dude.
It was perfect.
And they said you got it, you're amazing, and then they never hooked it up.
No, they didn't. I think I just never sent it in. I forget what went wrong, but it definitely wasn't featured in the magazine.
Well, speaking of fusion superheroes, I was thinking the other day watching The Sopranos that Tony Soprano is basically Joy Tactics SSJ3 fusion. Because I feel like, what's his name? Tony Soprano has Nate's head. James Gandolfini's got Nate's head and face. Eric's not body necessarily, but physicalities.
Just
And then,
a lot of people find that body irresistibly sexual.
He's super hot.
He's a sex symbol, right?
He's sexy.
So think twice before you couch the fact that my body looks identical.
People are horned up for Tony, dude. People want him fucking want to ride his ass.
The right type of folks love the hell out of his look.
And then I guess he's probably got my clothes or something, but I kind of feel like he reminds me so much of Joy Tactics. What's that, Nate? Is that the drawing?
You drew that?
Yeah.
No way.
Oh,
Nate. That looks like a Honeycombs guy.
Instagram
That looks like Ryan Cabrera. That's awesome.
Did you like Super Saiyans? Because you imagine doing that in the high school lunchroom after people you weren't allowed to sit at the cool kids table, going Super Saiyan in front of every. You're the bald Super Saiyan just out the sides like hell.
That's a good point. How come Krillin? What's the bald guy? Krillin, Piccolo.
The bald Super Saiyan.
The balding, the male pattern baldness, Norwood 3 Super Saiyan.
Got like the.
They were all kind of
fucking
Norwooded
bald
out.
It's like
hair.
hella thin, so it's just like really thin on the top, but turns like bleach blonde. Turns
my
on
God.
fire.
They did give him the recession for sure. But
I know they had the widow's peak.
Why is like a certain type of receding hairline so sexy? Why is it so sexy to have it go back like this?
because, dude, it shows
You know who has it
signs
like
of
that?
being a
Mr.
human.
Jude Law. It's a sign of being human, yeah.
It's a sign that you're not afraid to
Right.
die, man. It's a sign that get it while it lasts, because this ain't gonna be fresh forever. Soon I'm gonna rejoin the stars. So come lick my forehead, top to bottom, baby. What I do love hairlines. So how are we gonna get our
Lick
lives
the
on track,
hairline.
right? Because we're all.
I feel like we
so
only need 75
pathetic.
days to do it. Why
I
do I
know.
feel that way?
And it could be as
It would
hard
only
as
take
it
something
could
like
be.
75 days.
Even if it was hard, I'd still do it. For 75 days, hard. If it was hard.
Yeah.
So what we're joking about here is a new internet physical mental challenge called the 75 hard challenge, right? 75 days, no internet, no cell phones, going to the gym twice a day, eating one type of meal for 75 days.
One type of meat.
One type of meat, one type of vegetable. And then at the end of the 75 days, I don't know what happens, to be honest.
Seeing what you look like
Semen
on the other side.
retention.
I think out of the three of us, okay, so let's really break down what 75 hard is.
Is this a new thing, by the way? Like, is
No,
this new?
it's maybe like a 4-year-old TikTok kind of like.
Okay.
75 hard is not for the weak of heart. We'll just put it that way. It's 75 days, no slip ups. If you slip up, you restart. Do you all realize this?
Oh,
Do you know
hell
that that's
no.
how you do it?
Oh, wow. So the hardest thing to do would be the 69 hard one easy, 69 hard one easy, or 69.
Right.
74 is what I meant. Why did I think that was one less?
You would be
I didn't
a
even
fool.
I didn't say.
Well, 'cause
I
you're
didn't
thinking
mean to say
70,
69
75.
like a. It wasn't like a joke number. I just thought that was one less than 75.
That's mathically concerning, Jack.
Mathically?
Yeah, well, my brain's
Um,
all twisted up.
what is
today,
it?
Like,
It's
peanut
no
brittle.
drinking, eating clean, choose a diet plan of your choice, but you cannot stray, no cheating or else you restart. Read 10 pages of self-development nonfiction. If you miss one page, restart.
Yeah.
Working out twice a day, 45 minutes outside, 45 minutes at the gym.
If
pumping
you accidentally
iron or
do the
doing
second
whatever you
workout inside, by the way, restart.
can. Restart. And harm yourself.
It's pro self-harm
That's
program.
That's right. By the way,
Give
no
yourself an
speaking
Indian
out
burn.
loud. No speaking out loud at 75 days. Stick to the diet. Take progress pictures every day. And by the way, that doesn't mean because it's a physical and a mental challenge too. So how do you take a mental
Right.
progress picture? You play Sporkle. You play a quiz like that. You see how fast you can type all 50 states every day.
I do think out of the three of us, if I did this challenge, it would be life-changing.
Well, Eric,
for
for
me.
sure.
the urgency
You all wouldn't
with
like
which
me like that, though.
you
Huh?
logged onto the Zoom and kind of immediately started begging us to please do this challenge with you, and
I
that
need
might
support.
be it might be time. What if we did a 75 hard that was catered to each of our needs, right? So what do I
Okay.
need? I probably need none of the physical stuff because I'm a specimen essentially, and then I need all the reading stuff because, well, you guys have seen how I behave and speak. So maybe for me it's 75 pages every day of reading.
Wow.
It has to be outdoor
Oh,
reading, 45 pages
Jesus.
inside, 45 pages outside. And then something like I don't know. I can only eat food that I read in the books. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I just read Huck Finn and
Oh,
they had
yeah.
a pretzel dog. Let me go to Annie Ann's.
I feel like there's too much wiggle room with this plan. It's like choose the workout that's best for you. Choose the book that's best for you. Choose the diet plan that's best for you. You know people are gonna be fucking up this shit. Nobody's gonna. You know, I feel like these are a bunch of liars who get through this.
If I showed
they're
you the
not
picture of the guy
restarting.
who came up with 75 hard, I don't think you'd be saying that shit, man. This is a real one.
And let me guess,
He sleeps
this
with the
person.
hostage tape on his mouth. You know that?
Oh,
You need
what?
hostage tape, Nate.
When he sleeps.
You know what hostage tape
saying?
is?
Mouth
This is
tape.
to keep your mouth from breathing and opening during the night. Smack it.
Yeah, I got a little something I want to show you right
You
now.
got the breathe rights
Uh-oh.
and the hostage
Let
tape.
me show you something right here, my man. Yeah, I know exactly
gonna
what
show
you're talking
us?
about, dude.
That's
What is
mouth
that?
tape?
That doesn't look like hostage tape. That looks like regular ass tape.
Wait, what? Oh shit! I'm like using Scotch tape, like,
Packing tape.
fully
all the way
breathing, like
around.
mouth breathing. No, I'm one
Well,
of those
that's funny,
fucking
though.
dumbasses who puts mouth tape on and the nose. I look like a psychopath when I sleep.
Yeah.
Like I have the mouth tape on because I'm like really bad at breathing through my mouth.
We got to get your ass a CPAP. Or they have those fancy ass breathe right things that are reusable. Have you seen those? And it like really opens the fuck out of your nostrils to where it hurts. They're like open so bad hard that it's like torture almost.
Well, here's where you fools are messing up. This kind of reminds me of like the 30s before people knew that exercise was good for you. Because right now what I'm doing is when I sleep is I put a fucking swimming nose clip on my nose so I can't breathe through my nose, and I put the dentist thing in my mouth so my mouth is all the way stretched open all night. And then I open my ears as hard as I can. I keep my eyes taped open, tape my eyes open. Because that's
Damn.
your body gets the sleep it needs under those circumstances. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you only get the sleep that your body is forcing itself to be deeply sleeping in that scenario. Because the easier you make it for you're tricking your body into thinking it's already sleeping. Oh, I'll put on an eye mask, I'm asleep. I'll put on wind noise, I'm asleep. You're not, man, and your body's not recovering as it should be when it's really passed out, basically choked out through its sensory organizational patterns. Of course.
Right.
So let's get into what everybody's 75 hards is going to be. Eric, yours is going to be 75 hard, normal, except maybe we'll include something with a CPAP, you know.
What is the most challenging part of the 75 hard to you? Because it seems like it doesn't seem that difficult to me. Like, what is the part that you think would change your life? Because you're already working out, I feel like, very
working
regularly,
out
if not
hella.
daily.
Yeah, but I'm mostly just hitting the weights and getting kind of the easy cardio in. So I think that if I was...
Dude, you know what would
What?
change your life, Eric?
What?
Just do
What?
the part where you take a progress picture every day. I didn't change anything about my life, but I did take a picture.
That might be a game changer to have to look at myself every day.
And
even
just
though
for
I'm
photography.
loving how I look.
Yo, like on day one,
Yeah.
I was using my phone. By the end, I was using like a
I was using
Hasselblad film, 70
a Canon
millimeter,
Rebel.
making new f-stops you'd never heard of, and getting light
Oh,
on my
there's
head.
nothing I like more than f-stops.
Oh, right. I wish the f's would never stop. I wish it would keep going. F.
Let's see. Hardest part of 75. Listen, I'm someone who likes to reward myself. I need to stop giving myself treats as if I'm a dog. You know what I'm saying? I need to.
Right.
I need to dopamine restrict so intensely. I'm so happy almost every second of the day. You know, I'll go through stuff that you guys have heard of that would break most people, but I walk around with a smile on my face most of the time. All it takes is me seeing a friend and I'm good to go. All it takes is a meal out and a martini, and I forget the pain that God put on me that day. If I didn't have those little safety blankets, though, you would see a different side of me for sure that we probably wouldn't like. But maybe he needs to come out.
Uh-oh.
You want to take a quiz
Lonnie?
real quick?
What was his voice? Just kind of high.
I think that was it.
Yeah. That was it.
Your midlife crisis is just being that.
Being Lonnie. Yeah.
So here, let me take a quiz. Give you a quiz, rather. I'm gonna ask you to look at my face, and I'm gonna ask a simple question. Which one of these is depression? Ready?
You're looking kind of sexy when you pout.
Well, that's right, because that's not the depressed one. The depressed one is this
the
one.
The happy face is depression.
Now what the hell? That's crazy.
I'm hiding so much tension in my cheeks, this and that.
Can I tell you guys, I don't feel like I've been depressed in so long. Or I'm almost sad to admit that I don't feel depression like that.
Yeah, in the beginning of this, you were given like kind of a speech about how things weren't going that well. I feel like you needed to make a change. What do you mean by it? You haven't been depressed? You know what I'm saying? Like,
my life is. I kind of alluded to this about 2 minutes ago. My life is falling apart, but I'm doing it with kind of happy.
You're happy about it. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You're like
I have
you're
a good
taking
relationship with existence right now.
Right. You're ripping the skin off.
You should be
and
very
shedding.
afraid, Eric. You should be.
I know I should, but I can't feel fear anymore. When I was on a plane recently that was almost literally inverted flying, and I just thought like, yo, who cares? Who fucking cares?
Right. Well, you look at how big the
I've reached a
universe
new
is,
type of
it's hard to
philosophy
care.
that would disturb most, but I'm so okay with whoever's pulling the strings, whoever's behind the invisible glass, and they're looking down on us and, you know, orchestrating our lives and making it. I've accepted it, and whatever happens, and
that's either like violent depression or like the most highest like spiritual.
I think I pushed through
philosophy.
the violent depression.
I don't know where you're at. You could be on either side of it, where you're just
Right.
surrendering to.
This would scare most men and women.
Well, there's something
Curious.
called when you, what is it? Let go of all desires.
I
I don't know
definitely
that
haven't
anyone's
done that.
made a philosophy out of it yet, but when you're able to let go of the desire, that's when you stop wanting things, because wanting is the source of suffering. That's why when I open Seamless every night, I say, whatever, I just memo it. I say, here's $15 to the restaurant. By the way, I only eat at restaurants. I memo them $15, no more. I say, chef special, please. Wink, it's Jack again. Y'all know where I live at. Come in, by the way. Don't just drop the food off. Come upstairs. Sit down with me.
Mm-hmm.
Meet my cat. Meet my girlfriend. See my clothes. Why has culture gotten rid of everything that once was amazing?
That's something I can't explain.
Well, no one's been able to explain my lines of reasoning for years.
So
and
you're
years.
saying participating in desire actually gives you the opposite effect. So
Right?
if I desire something, actually I won't get it.
Imagine
so then
you
why
want a
now
coconut.
all of a sudden do I not want to be in the next Judd Apatow joint?
Because,
You know what I'm
dude.
saying?
Well, what was that Long Island, King of Long Island movie?
Right.
Staten Island?
They wanted my ass badly for that.
Well, they want the
Whoops.
Prince of Ridgewood. Yeah.
Yo.
The Prince
Starring
of
Judd
Ridgewood.
Apatow.
Oh, that's a
Yo.
fucking.
Hey,
They
can we
tried to
flip
make
the
me
script?
king. I said, don't do that to me. Don't give me that power like Galadriel from the Lord of the Rings. When she tries the ring on and she's like, don't
Galadriel.
fucking give me the... Remember that scene?
Yeah, who's Galadriel?
Galadriel, the elf, the high elf that like...
Oh
has
shit!
been around
You know the
forever.
lore. You know that. You know
and
that
Fro-
elf.
And Frodo's like,
Nerd
can I
alert.
just give you the ring? She's like,
Nerd
do
alert.
not. Don't call me.
I know some high elves, some different types of high elves. Those my people. I don't know these Middle Earth types.
You're talking
but
about the
I know.
fractal elves.
Well,
Can you imagine?
that's what you know them, but I know them by their first names. Cleo.
Can you imagine getting your back blown out by the fractal elves? Just going
Put it on
into
the bingo.
Oh,
fractal
DMT trip. The most
Joy
fucking
tactics,
crazy
back blown out,
cheek
bingo.
slapping DMT experience.
If you were trip sitting for your friend and they started just nutting
Bending
all over the
over,
place
fucking-
like you've never seen, getting
Servicing
after
about
it.
40 fractal elves.
If that's what DMT is like, sign me up.
Sign
dude.
my ass up.
Sign my ass up. Get all sloppy with it, man. 10 minutes of the craziest sexual interdimensional pleasure I've ever had in my fucking life. Getting sucked off by 15,000 elves at once. Turned into one.
They have, like, a
Sign me
crazy-
up.
food. Yeah, I'd quit.
They have like
everything.
ladders going up you. They're like, they got like 40, 48.
Wow.
Oh, boy.
Do you think that's well?
Can I say that
Nah, I'm not gonna say
I
it.
was
Yeah.
I was definitely so fucking attracted to the Lord of
elf?
the Rings elves.
Which ones? You talking about?
Pause. Yo,
You know,
pause.
you know which one.
Hold on, let me Google
the
this
one that
shit.
was in Armageddon.
Oh, you're
Elf,
talking about
Lord.
The one who's Aerosmith's daughter.
Oh
Hey, I
yeah.
thought Old Timey Baddies was the last episode. Chill.
Oh shit!
No,
These are the
Oh,
oldest
this is the
timey baddies.
That's the Middle Earth baddies, dude.
You're talking about
Middle
Arwen. What's her name? Arwen.
The restaurant?
Yo,
Was
you're
Middle
talking
Earth
about-
long ago? When was Middle Earth? Was that long ago, or is that a different dimension and it's the same time?
It's a
potentially?
different dimension,
It's
dude.
a different universe, man.
All right, my
But
bad.
quite
my bad.
similar to ours. There's war. There are crazy divides in race and class.
So what you're meaning to tell me is that there's lessons that I could learn from watching something yet so fantastical?
Liv Tyler.
Correct.
Live.
Tyler. Steven
Come on the
Tyler's
podcast.
daughter.
Steven Tyler's
Yeah.
daughter from American Idol.
Come on the podcast. Let us
Liv
give
Tyler.
you compliments.
If Liv Tyler was on here, I think we'd have a permanent If it was us three and Liv Tyler every episode,
Oh man. I don't
we
even know
need
why you're
to-
laughing.
If we
That
want to
sounds
break
perfect.
2,000 downloads, whatever it is, we need to get Liv Tyler on this shit.
Oh my
By the
God,
way, you
they
see
work
the
with
podcast is
UNICEF.
growing.
Oh yeah, the podcast is beginning to explode.
You see that, right?
Disturbing ways.
What was once a small community is now a thriving, large
The subreddit is so busy that I
fan
can't. Even,
base.
it's just like.
And what's really funny, right, is that it's
crazy.
not getting to my head slightly. Like, I'm still the
Yeah.
same old guy. I go downtown to Chelsea. I flip off everybody walking around. I take a bunch of macaroons, don't pay for them,
Right.
stuff them down my gullet.
Play
I'm the
basketball with
same
Michael
old guy.
Rappaport.
Exactly, yeah. That's what I do.
New York lifestyle.
Kevin James is just
Mhm.
smacking on Kevin James.
Mhm.
Liv Tyler was born in a hospital in New York City. For those who didn't know,
Dude,
the daughter of
Liv
Baby
Tyler was born in a
Buell.
hospital.
Baby Buell. Who's
Is
that?
Aerosmith? Is he alive? Her father,
Steven Tyler, yeah, he's alive.
Steven
Is he
Tyler
alive?
with that big mouth of his.
That giant ass
Hey.
mouth.
And the giant hair.
Hey man, I would have to say something. If I met him, I'd have to say something.
Oh, you'd have to barbecue him?
What would you say?
I would have to fucking
Welcome to this barbecue, Steven Tyler.
You would
You
call
don't think
him
these
Jack
guys'
Sparrow.
brains are too like how do these guys not have mental impairments after all the crazy lifestyle they lived?
Well,
in the
that's
I feel like-
something to
I feel like
listen to
Ozzy
the songs
Osbourne.
backwards.
Oh,
Oh.
Ozzy was a casualty.
He's the only
of war.
rocker that I feel
He's
like is
just-
actually showing like what I think I feel like Paul McCartney should be walking around all fucking like dilapidated, like like fucking Ozzy
Right.
Osbourne style. He's the only one who's like, I don't know, got affected by the lifestyle somehow. Like maybe
Mhm.
he wasn't built to be a rocker like that, or
Paul McCartney's skin, though, if you look closely enough, it looks like if you just touched it, it would rip like paper. You know what I
Oh,
mean? It would
most
rip
definitely.
That's not true. That's not true. of him.
like paper mache. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
he's got the strongest skin.
he's 90 like fucking 3 years old.
No,
man.
he's not.
And
Paul
he has
McCartney's
like
not
hair
93.
dye. It's all.
Ozzy
He's gotta
Osbourne's
be.
59.
Oh, he's only 59.
Nah, he's 75. But he
You
looks
know who I'm
amazing.
rocking with? Sharon Osbourne, the goat, the classical
Oh,
goat.
Lady Sharon of Ozzy Born.
Beautiful
House.
Sharon Osbourne.
Sharon.
Let's
I
click on
love
her
that picture of
Wikipedia.
them in the 80s. Have you seen this? So they're like in it's like a white carpet, white walled room that looks so 80s. Ozzy like has put a little weight on since his
You know what?
heyday. And they just look like
Yeah.
they look like a family that I went to church with, and it's so comforting to look at that picture. I'm sure people know what picture I'm talking about.
Everybody does, without a
Everybody
question.
must know.
I could imagine it just through.
So Ozzy Osbourne is 75 years old. That's the 75 hard.
That's
we should be
75
talking
hard.
About. That's
That's a
75,
75
hard
hard
years
lifestyle.
serving hard time on planet Earth, right? I don't want to keep it to a day. What's so hard about no day can be hard. No individual day or hour or moment can be hard when you have the willpower that we provide with Joy Tactics. Let's do 75 year. What's it called? Joy Tactics 75 hard years. For 75 years, make a promise. Only whatever. I mean, what could we say? You have to go to college at least 5 times in 5 different countries in 5 different languages, right? Okay? I want you to get a master's in 5 different disciplines. I want you to go study physiology and kinesiology in Jakarta. Then you got to go from ages 40 to 45. You have to go to fucking Tunisia and study not acrobatics. That's silly, but biology, right? That's not similar to the last thing, but whatever. Pharmaceuticals. These are the 75 hardest things. Then 5 years Rockstar, 5 years model, 5 years actress. And then what? 15 years retired.
We're already kind of doing that. 5 years improv, 5 years podcast, 5 years short films, 5 years.
When does it get
featured extras? And then 5 years parent, 5 years grieving parent, 5 years spouse, 5 years widower.
Right. 5 years remarried. 5 years people remembering us.
5 years apocalypse. 5 years bunker.
5 years reincarnated.
If I ever have to live in a Fallout bunker, I'm going mad, and I'm gonna remember in Rocket Man. Remember that movie Rocket Man
with Harlan Williams?
Yeah, this is a classic. Remember how he? Goddamn, I might rewatch. He basically, do you know this, Jack?
What
laughing
is this?
just describing the plot of Rocket Man. Basically, this guy is kind of a idiot savant, kind of like that works at NASA. I think as a janitor, right? But then he's like a computer scientist. Turns out one of the astronauts gets sick, so they pull his ass in. He's an amazing astronaut, and they're going to Mars for the first time. And as they're going to Mars, they're supposed to be in sleep capsules, and they're going with a monkey. And this damned ass monkey, there's one monkey-sized capsule and one capsule for a regular man. Now, what do you think that monkey does? It gets in the full-size capsule, and Harlan Williams has to get in the monkey-sized one. And so he's alone. He wakes up like 2 hours later. He's supposed to be asleep for like 9 months. He wakes up 2 hours later and has to spend 9 months alone in a spaceship, and he loses his mind. And he begins painting with... He begins painting with all the food paste. He makes like a Da Vinci ceiling with the paintings.
Man, you have a shockingly good memory for...
I watched that movie probably 100 times.
Oh, really? I just saw it in fucking theater. I remember
You just saw it in theaters?
No, I put on my own screening. I remember watching that, and the fart, when he farts into his own
God,
air supply. I was like fucking like 4 years, whatever the fuck. I was like probably 7 years old or something when that came out, and I was like crying.
I'm confused by what is the genre?
It's comedy. A hilarious. They don't make this type of movie anymore. A hilarious live action kids movie.
Oh, because I thought the way y'all were talking about it, I was like, this is a horrific psychological thriller.
Nah,
where somebody
it could
has been put into a monkey capsule in space for 9 months, and he's going
a Disney
out of his mind. That's crazy. It sounds like 2001: A Space Odyssey mixed with the Stranded on the Island movie with John
Castaway?
Wilson. Not John Wilson. Castaway. Yeah.
With John Wilson.
Just the Wilson.
We need to put John Wilson, the nature show. John Wilson out in nature, just fucking filming.
Oh, that would be sick.
Like monkeys doing
John Wilson safari.
Like fucking weird shit,
John
that
Wilson,
would be
Mount
tight.
Kilimanjaro. John Wilson takes Mount Kilimanjaro bare naked.
They go on a safari in the new Love on the Spectrum.
Oh, I love that.
I've been watching that show.
I've been
the
watching
fuck out
too.
of that show.
I love
when she
that
says
show
she looks
so
at the
intensely.
spoiler alert. Funny line, spoiler alert. She's looking at a gazelle get eaten by a bunch of coyotes or whatever's out there.
Oh yeah, what did she
hyenas.
say?
And she looks at the dead gazelle's corpse and goes, that'll never be me. All happy. It's like,
she might be my
funny...
Abby's my fave.
Oh, guess who my favorite is? You
like Danny? No. Danny's kind of mean.
Like
I don't want to roast Danny, but Danny's kind of mean.
You're a Connor head.
Yeah, she's shallow, dude. She just wants to fucking.
If they don't have an animation studio, it's a lights out.
It's lights out.
It's like, he's a fucking six pack,
broke ass fucking.
Yeah. But no animation studio.
She's turning down I do love her, the one that she's like, the Adon, this guy, the final man that she's with.
Oh, I haven't gotten to her. Adon
Dude,
is there.
Oh, dude, you're going to fucking lose it, man. This dude is a fucking PIMP. He's got the craziest ribs on any of. She picked it, and I'm going to spoil it. They find love.
Oh.
But my favorite is fucking, that needs his own spin-off. I'm talking about, I want the whole show to be this, is James and his father.
Who's James?
Wow.
James is the guy who's like, oh! He has the kind of dyed
that
hair.
guy. He has the
He's like from Boston.
he has like the older parents kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like his ass.
Good
Is that the guy who
man.
My
breathes a
favorite,
lot?
I like Love on the Spectrum Australia. Have you seen that one?
No.
I think I have.
There's one guy on that one, I forget his name, who's just like, I want to chill with him so bad. He's like he's a real gentleman.
And so I have a brother. I'm not going to talk about it.
Say it,
Moving
man.
on.
Say
Moving
it, man.
on.
Okay.
Nah. But I will just say that, yeah, I got my mom to watch the show, and she thought it was a little hard to watch.
I get it. There's mixed emotions going on while you're watching it because it feels exploitative. It's also entertaining.
I feel like it's like on the, like, are we going to look
spectrum.
back on this in 20 years and be like, damn, I can't believe that they were making, is it like,
Well, we will be, because once the autistic people take over the world, because they are doing it rapidly, as we see with Elon Musk and everybody,
congratulations,
they'll be
to them.
saying, "You liked that show, didn't you? It's really funny, right? Well,
Yeah,
now
you
we're gonna
thought we
make you
were
fucking eat the
cute and fun to watch.
fucking
Well.
DVDs of it." Yeah.
Yeah,
Now we're gonna
I
make-
pray to
yeah.
God those producers are behaving themselves and not, you know what I'm saying?
Something
Well, here's the thing.
tells me they're not.
Yeah.
Something tells me that.
Something tells me they're
not.
orchestrating it, making them look a certain way.
Something tells me that I'm not going to say that there's even I'm not saying, you literally, it wouldn't be even right to say this, but I'm not saying that they caused these diseases in these people from the birth, and they were birthed inside the bowels of Paramount Studios, and these aren't even real individuals, you know what I'm saying? And that there's a larger conspiracy here, perhaps, to discover.
You're taking it too far, man.
I'm just talking, I'm not saying, I agree with you. That's why I'm not saying that. But I'm just talking.
You know
about
who
some
my
kind of Truman
actually
show.
my new favorite is the guy
Action
who's like
Bronson?
so poetic and collects swords, and he goes to
Yeah.
the speed date and he like sees
yeah,
a girl that he
yeah.
knows from Kroger, and he goes outside
Summer.
and he's like, "This isn't love."
Yeah.
It's just like he's so he's so good.
Now
He
that's
kinda,
what
like,
makes
breaks
you
down.
wonder.
Yeah.
That's what makes you wonder, because there's that moment where he's on the speed date, and we're all laughing because he's writing right in front of the person
right.
he's writing. No, I don't like
Yes
that.
or no.
And it's kind of cutting in, and we
Yeah.
are laughing at him for doing that.
Right.
And that's like, is it okay to laugh like at Nate when he does shit like that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
When he puts the
is
breathe
it
right strip
ethical?
on a podcast.
Right. Is it ethical
Or he's
to
at
be
a casino
laughing
doing
and-
meditation with a breathe right strip.
Right.
on.
Like,
In the
me
middle
and
of
Eric
a bunch of
are,
foot traffic.
we're kind of in like a similar scenario. Is it ethical to have Nate on a podcast as a host?
Can I tell you guys? Wait, go ahead.
Just like no, go ahead. Is it possible to
I
get
was gonna
consent
say-
from someone like Nate? Yeah.
I was gonna say I want to tell you guys about a busted. No, I'm not gonna talk about this.
You have to
It
say.
it would be fun. Okay, I was trying to get a really, but like I'm fucking meditating twice a day. All right, no,
Yeah.
non-negotiable. All right, so sometimes when you're out and about like me and you have this crazy lifestyle where you're you're going places constantly. Sometimes you're gonna have to meditate in a casino.
That's
Sometimes
right.
you're gonna have to meditate in a car. All right, you can't always have the fucking sanctuary of your meditation. I have a whole room dedicated to meditation and other things.
Right. Back
But
house.
I had to meditate in the library, and I was getting some work done. I was actually editing the podcast, and in the library, and there was a individual. I won't say if he was unhoused or not, but I would assume so. And
He
I
at least
was
was in the library, yeah.
And he seemed like something was going on with him. All right, that's all I'm gonna say. And my shit was plugged into the outlet, and if my computer gets unplugged, it stops the export. Okay, I don't know if you're familiar with this, Jack. You're an editor. I don't know if it's maybe my busted computer, but
it's your computer, yeah.
It's my computer for sure. So if the source gets unplugged, it stops the whole thing. So it was like I was like 35 minutes into the export. It takes a long time for my computer to do this, and then I would have to start all over. So I was like, this guy comes up, and I'm like kind of peeking out as I'm meditating, like with my eye, and I'm seeing him put like this gigantic plug into the outlet of like where my shit's plugged into, and I'm like, God, like please don't. And he's plugging into that like 17 different like things out, like it prongs out into like he's charging like phones and fucking iPads, everything he owns he's charging through this, and it like short circuits the whole fucking like thing.
Are you seeing sparks?
No, but
did the lights go out?
No, just my fucking plug just goes out, and he was like using it too much, and it stopped my edit. And
that's terrible. Is that
so? And I was like trying for yourself, or did you just let this slide?
You start meditating,
or I was just like, you know what, this is a part of the meditation. Walk all over just kind of give, you know what, this guy is just let him do his thing. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's the move.
I feel bad even telling this story, but that's what I mean, recently.
It's almost. Yeah, you should feel like shit for saying that.
Now, do you ever
I don't want to
do
make fun of this guy, but I was just like pissed off because I was like, man, I have to fucking go through this whole like process again.
We're getting you. I'm giving you my my $300 mini PC free of charge.
I don't want that. Nobody wants that, Eric.
But this is happening. Why did I go with this computer? Why do y'all think I went with this shit?
Because you get played by these fucking. I know exactly what happens. You see, like it's just the product got a hold of you.
I know.
You got taken. You got your brain. You didn't even know where you were, and you got fucking swept away by the product. Yeah, because it looked cute and fun. And, oh, look at this! It's a tiny PC. That looks fun.
I'm so easily deceived. It's disturbing. If anybody wants to deceive me, come and try it. Because at this point, I'm open for business. You know what I'm saying? Come deceive me. See if you can. You probably will. We need to get you guys editing. We need to get both of you guys editing this shit on the new Apple Vision.
Oh,
like
dude.
Have like.
I want.
When are we gonna do the AI? When are we gonna do the VR episode, man? I'm dying to do it. Does anyone have a studio in Sweden or something we can rock up to? Leave it in the comments.
I think we have many Swedish people rocking with us. It wouldn't surprise me.
You all know any words in Swedish? Is that a language? Yeah, of course it is. Let's not do that conversation.
IKEA.
We can't reveal ourselves like we did with Holland. Dutch.
Holland Files.
The Holland Files.
I can't believe we're putting our intellect on display like this.
I know.
People make fun of us. Yeah, if you're on a fucking podcast and had to, you know how many, I might have said this, but you know how many minutes that we're speaking intelligently,
right?
Saying coherent things.
It's most minutes.
So, I'm sorry, fucking 10% of that is us is talking like a dumbass. I'm at a 90% hit ratio for intellect and understanding and coherent ideas.
Well, and the listeners are insatiable. I did say unsatiable first, but they're insatiable. The appetite is endless for our words. And so, you're going to catch a few strays that might be completely incorrect. So be it. Deal with it. At this point, I don't care. Man.
How many people are driving right now, I wonder, listening to this? Floor.
I wonder what the nicest car. Oh, I want to shout out the person that was rock climbing and listening to Joy Tactics.
Oh, that was something crazy.
And I want to start a challenge. Whoever can post, I mean, that's pretty close. But like, whoever posts a picture that shows that their life is in the most danger while listening to Joy Tactics, you could post it with a few lines of untested drugs. You could post it with
in the zoo. Put yourself in the baboons, the craziest fucking baboons or monkeys
next to a hungry lion. You could post it skydiving. You could post it. I want someone filming it driving 140, and then they show the speedometer.
You could take a selfie with me and post that because I'm one of the most dangerous individuals you ever will meet.
Right.
At least ideologically.
I just had the driving like 150 miles per hour listening to Joy Tactics.
Oh yeah, wait. Somebody posted that. That was funny.
Somebody was revving up like that.
I think that video is fake for sure.
Oh,
they were doing like swerving through the cars.
They wouldn't do that to us. Why would they do that to us?
My oh my. But for real, should we start I want the listeners to chime in. How bad do you all want to see me do 75 hard?
Let's go. I'm seriously down.
You would do it, Nate?
I would definitely do it. Even though my back is back update.
Push through it. If you have back pain, push through that shit. That's the only way to go through it.
Well, you know what an epidural is, right?
Right.
Get a couple of those things because a lot of people turn them down. If you're pregnant out there and you're about to rock up into the waiting room or whatever it's called, the operating room, and do this. Say, yes, I'd like the epidural, please. Can I get it on the side, though? Bring that shit to us, sell it to us because we need that shit for our workout so we can fight through the types of pain that we're going through when we're doing
You know how they have like the sidecars for martinis where there's extra martini in the metal shaker? Yeah, there's got to be a sidecar epidural that you can rock with. That's what I'm saying. And I'm going to be administering that shit to you, Nate, and there's no way I'm missing your spinal column.
Oh, I'm going to be shotgunning it. I'm going to put it in my mouth and shotgun that shit right into your back.
Epidural? Disgusting.
Is that...
Put it right into the pubic bone.
Do it naturally, man.
Right.
Pubic bone.
Into the pubic mound.
There should be 6 bones in the human body.
Shoot it right on the mound. Don't even put it in the skin. Just drizzle it. Drizzle the epidural like it's some balsamic.
Like some balsamic vinaigrette over a piece of overcooked chicken.
Just drizzle it. Just drizzle it all over.
Oh my God.
Dude. That'll do something.
What?
You want to know what's exactly 75 days from today, man?
Is it? Could it be?
You're gonna laugh.
Oh. Could it be 420?
You're gonna laugh, dude.
Is it 420?
It's April Fool's Day. Wait, no, it's not. It's the 17th of April.
Oh shit! So we are starting this shit in 3 days and coming out of it and going right into a marijuana blackout.
Well, I have a concern with this, and I don't think you guys can achieve this challenge. I honestly don't think you can, and it's because you're gonna be going. You guys are gonna be hitting all these dates on tour. Hell no, you're not gonna be able to fucking.
That's when it's the most easy
don't even play yourself, dude.
Look what I drink now, man. I don't drink alcohol anymore. I drink hot water. I'm drinking adaptogens and nootropics only. Yeah.
Oh, what?
I really do feel like, and mark my words so you can use them against me soon, but alcohol is not hitting the same way that it has in my life.
I think what I'm saying? Hit the 30s hump.
I've hit the 30s hump to where it has to be special occasion style. You know what I'm saying?
You're talking about kidney disease and liver failure.
That's right.
I think we are basing, as a culture, drinking habits on people with Irish bodies.
Right. Which we don't have.
People with Russian bodies, with Irish bodies, the Irish body types, yeah, they can fucking go to the pub every night and drink Guinness and drink fucking Smiddix.
They don't even need houses.
Smidwick's.
Russian people can just walk. They don't even sleep.
They'll
just walk and walk and walk and drink and walk and.
But it's so romantic. Drinking can be so romantic.
Right.
Like
you know what I'm saying?
My idea of the best time, hitting a sauna, basically blackout drunk with my friends.
Oh man.
And that is basically one of the most dangerous sounding things you can do now that I think about it. getting bodied off of vodka and tall Russian beers, and then hitting the 190-degree sauna. But it's the most
blacking
fun.
out in a hot room.
Are you guys hitting the steam room ever?
I'm afraid of the steam room at my gym because I think it might contain Legionnaire's disease.
There's something unsanitary about the steam room to me.
Yeah.
It's
the
too
wetness.
wet. It's wet, right?
Well, I was just at that silent sauna outside Montreal, and I got in the steam room, and there were 2 teen guys just coughing up a fucking lung in the steam room, and I just knew that the germs can hop like, N plus style over to my mouth and get right down my throat.
Yeah.
So
you're basically as underwater as you can get while still breathing. That's interesting.
But the steam feels so nice, don't it?
I like the dry.
I like the dry.
I brought a book into the sauna. I don't know if I said that on the last podcast, but I was just up in that
didn't
piece
catch on fire?
reading.
Oh yeah,
It was really romantic until my thumb started getting sweaty. And
I bring a book, a notebook, journaling in the sauna. You got it. Who's just sitting in this, just being alone with your thoughts in the sauna?
I'm playing
crazy.
Angry Birds.
I do that
on a projector.
Well, I'm sitting alone. I'm sitting around whistling, just kind of like waiting for somebody else to come in because I'm the chatty Cathy in the sauna.
Oh, you're chatting up.
You're whistling with your eyes rolled back in your head.
I'm saying, hey, what do you do today? What do you do for work?
Like a Batman
It's a funny time to go to the gym, man. What do you do for work?
People are disrespecting the sauna at my gym. It's all these old fucking dudes that are spraying. It says don't dump liquid on the the electric thing.
Yeah, right.
And they think it's like
put Gatorade
ancient.
on that. Trust me. Put Pedialyte and Gatorade.
Cucumba?
Put lemon pepino Gatorade into the sauna rocks and watch your life change before your eyes. Your eyes are going to get bloodshot in a way that is very healing.
Do you guys like the Pepino Gatorade?
Oh yeah,
lemon pepino.
Give me that shit.
No, that shit is popping.
No, I don't think so. Because what's pepino? Cucumber? No.
Cucumba.
You know what? I got a Prime energy or a Prime drink. The Logan Paul's.
Which flavor?
I think it was the blue one, but I put it up to the counter, and the guy at the gas station was like, "This is gonna keep you up all night, bro."
But there's no caffeine in there.
And I was like, "What?" I like double checked it, and I was like, "Did I get a caffeine one?" And I was like, "It doesn't have caffeine." He's like, "Dude, good luck." Like I had just purchased like crack cocaine. Like I was like, and I still can't for the life of me because I literally whenever I go to the store, I'll check a couple primes to see if there's like an outrageous one.
No.
And all of them are like coconut water, like caffeine free. Like what did he drink?
One of them does have caffeine.
Okay,
but there's a caffeinated one, right?
Yeah.
But he was making
really
it seem
funny,
like
though.
it was like meth. Like he was like, "Good luck, man." Like.
There's one
man.
one energy drink at my gym that is 400 milligrams of caffeine. And you'd think it's in the tall bottle, right? Wrong. It's basically in a little shooter. It's like a tiny little. It's like the cricket gun from Men in Black. The smallest gun has the biggest bang.
Let me tell you how much caffeine I'm taking in a day, and you guys can tell me if you're concerned. All right. How much is in a 1 cup?
One cup of coffee, probably 80 milligrams.
Let me look it up right now. 1 cup of coffee.
Milligrams.
One 8-ounce cup of coffee, 200 millis. I mean 80.
Did you look it up?
No, but I'm pretty confident.
95.
Now, because 95. Oh, hold on a second. Because a Diet Coke will have 40 to 80 depending on the serving. If it's a plastic bottle, it'll get up there.
All right, I'm going to be honest with you guys and be vulnerable. I'm not proud of this, but this is how many cups that I'm drinking of coffee. I'm not talking about mugs. I'm talking about like cups as in the like,
serving size.
The serving size. All right, so you put it in your mug, that's probably like 2 cups, all right? Right?
Crap.
Okay.
I'm filling up my coffee pot to about 6 to the 6. Is that fucked up to drink all that every single day?
So
Am I going to die of some...
You're getting in about, how much is that?
600
Damn.
grams of caffeine.
That's
a day.
too much, Nate. It's too much. I'm not kidding. You need to cut down. It's
What's gonna happen to me
if you cut down? Well, remember Little House on the Prairie?
Yeah, I don't
You
know.
remember that show? Well, you're
Little
missing
House. Little House.
There's an episode where they live on the prairie, right? So they don't get the same
Coffee
amount
from-
of.
yeah.
They can't just go to the grocery store. They have to ration. They run out of coffee, and the mom begins getting migraines because she's addicted to caffeine. So what you need to do is wean yourself. I'm a 1 cup a day. Okay, that's all I need. We
I
need
don't
to
know
get
if
you
I
there.
can.
Yeah, you can't. That's the first step. Is
75
not
hard.
saying that. I don't know if I can. No, you will.
I can do this.
It might be too late. Is the thing. You might not want to go back because look how productive you are now. Why? If you have no reason, this is the thing. If you have no symptoms of anything, don't fix a problem that ain't broken. You understand?
No symptoms
like
means
coffee-
A-OK. Symptomless, you're good to go.
And there are
Sometimes-
some symptoms that are invisible that are we are ignoring, and they're not actually that invisible. And then one day they just catch up, and that's the end. Sayonara. But that's fine. That's just life.
Nate, you need to do the no caffeine body transformation video. What happens
so
to your
tired
body?
and
No
shredded.
caffeine for 6 weeks.
I feel like that would like if I did. People say that going through caffeine withdrawal is worse than like
Childbirth.
childbirth.
If you go off caffeine, the bags under your eyes are gonna go down to your knees, son.
Don't ever talk to me like
The
that.
long, start
Don't ever
talking
say
all
that.
different. The long eye bags, the 4-foot eye bags,
Them stretchy eye bags.
them stretchy purple eye bags.
I look like an eye bag.
Nah, you
My
don't.
skin is
You
so
look like the opposite of a
interesting
bag. You look
looking,
like a
man.
fucking.
Wow, what's
Nope,
that gonna mean?
not a bag.
Have we talked about that before?
Bags.
The opposite
No.
of a bag.
The opposite
Let's save
of a
this for the
bag? Why is
bag
that
episode.
That sounds so familiar. I would love to do an episode on bags. You know, I would love to.
I probably have 7 bags.
Really? Just looking around right now, I'm surrounded essentially by.
I see a
literally
bag right
by
there. I'm not
bags.
kidding you.
I see.
I got a
bag. Is there a
soup
bag behind
over
me?
there.
Listen, 1 bag, 2 bags, 3 bags, 4 bags just on that alone. 5 bags. Good God, I live in Bagland. You know. Have you seen that movie, Badland Tales?
Badlands
Am I
Chugs.
thinking of?
Badlands
Is that not a real
Chugs.
movie?
The tales of bad.
No, wait.
Tales of Badlands Chugs. I want to see him in a fantastical world, like a
Oh,
world
shit.
full of
I think
hobbits and
Middle Earth.
ogres.
And my axe and my fucking
Dr.
liter of Sprite, and he just chugs it.
Yeah.
Wow,
You imagine
I'd
him
love
on the
to
battlefield, like all your boys, a bunch of like 17-year-old boys got conscripted late in war. Like so many of them are dying. The drummer boy is dead, and Badlands Chugs does a giant fucking belch, and everybody gets that last win. Go destroys the rest of
supersonic.
the other team. Yeah.
The Majin Buu soda XL
Way.
4 liter.
Way.
No, his thing would be chug the boot. You know how he does the boot?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then he would fucking shatter that shit right over it.
Oh, you know what he would do?
Fucking face.
Is he would take the fucking turret gun and chug the fucking full clip, chug all the bullets, and then he would
That's
chug
so
all the
sick.
bullets,
That would be so sick. Throwing up bullets.
throwing up bullets. I had a dream last night that I was addicted to eating nails. That just reminded me of that. And I thought, this is going to come back to bite me. It fucking isn't it? Why can't I stop eating these fucking nails?
I had a dream that
That
I was
means
giving.
something
I went back
crazy.
in time and was giving chocolate to all these people, and I woke up thinking like I fucking hate chocolate. I smelled chocolate somehow. Made me sick.
Oh.
You know how sometimes
That's
like
a horrible
the idea
disease.
of chocolate makes you fucking like eating too much chocolate is disgusting.
That was a fun type of person to think about when you're a kid. Someone who's sick on chocolate.
Oh,
They got so
just
sick
their
of
mouth
ripping
is
up
all
chocolate
chocolatey
bubbles.
and they have a tummy ache. Yeah, that's a classic image.
Yeah.
That's how Nate feels most of the time. from the caffeine.
You think
What? Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I'm concerned about the coffee intake. Just let me.
You got to cut it down a little bit.
Let me. If there's any physicians listening, I need to know. Save me. You care about me, right? You'd say something if 600 milligrams of caffeine is gonna take me out at age 43. You'd say something, right?
I can't imagine. I can't believe that it's not affecting your sleep more.
Well, here's what I drink it. I'm not like sipping on it all day. It's in a very tight window.
What's the cutoff?
The cutoff is definitely like 12:30.
Okay.
Oh my God.
We're not going past that ever.
Good.
So you're slamming them.
But I'm slamming them in the I'm chugging this shit in the morning.
Cut it just by a cup a week till you get down to 3 cups and leave it there, brother.
And then go green tea, matcha.
I think cold turkey,
no more.
silent retreat, live stream, silent retreat.
Live stream.
Live. Yeah. Man, wow, what a kind of calming episode we just had. Just sort of just like real talk, just chatting with the guys.
Finally, we got real.
Finally, like we're really being ourselves, talking about love on the spectrum, talking about chocolate, talking about all sorts of interesting things.
We shitted our skin. Shedded our skin, and we showed you who we really are.
Yeah.
And you might not like us anymore. And if that means we start over from 0 listeners, at least we'll be having the real listeners from here on out. The post 75 hard discussion episode. We hope you guys, at least 75 of you out there, are hard right now. That's not what I meant to say.
If at least 75 of you are hard right now, we've done our job. Like, we can go on with our lives, feeling good. Okay, let's say what gave us joy. And you know what I was thinking?
The joy.
We don't got to just do let's look for the little ass things that give us joy. Because we usually go for, I saw a movie I liked. I went to a great restaurant.
Right.
I met this and this celebrity. Let me give you my joy for this week, okay?
Okay.
When I take my dog out for a walk, Bubbles, and we come back, she puts her paws up. There's a little wall on our patio that she jumps up on so she can look over and look down at the sidewalk. And when she does that, I pat her belly as she's stretched up like this. And that belly pat before we go inside, just every time, is an immediate dopamine injection right to the dome. Just feeling that belly, a quick pat, rub her head. Now we go in, and she takes a nap. That is extreme joy. And what a pleasure it is to be able to experience those things while we're alive. It's such a painful world that sometimes you got to look for that belly pat on your dog just to make things tolerable for a minute.
So this is the small joy challenge.
The small,
75 small.
the little things.
I'm trying to go even smaller. Think smaller than you. Like a comp. But
good luck.
This thing's pretty small.
Go for it. Trust your gut.
Well, off the pet thing, I'll say this. This is a small thing. I've had my cat for fucking 7 years, and she will sleep at my feet, kind of. And you know how pets are just they're always in the worst spot on your bed if they're sleeping on. They're just kind of taking up space. They don't understand that humans need to move and stretch. They're just always in the way. And my cat, after 7 years, has kind of found the not the perfect position, but just the most acceptable. And she'll kind of snuggle up in my kind of arm area, right here. And I'm all right, this is symbiotic. This is a symbiotic, sleeping arrangement here.
Oh, yeah.
We're both kind of, you're getting warm, you know what I'm saying? I can kind of move around. We kind of finally figured it out.
That's beautiful.
But we'll see if it lasts. She always is kind of sleeping in different spots. So we'll see how long this lasts. But that's been giving me joy.
Ziggy. Nate, I have a stand-up idea for you now.
What's
okay?
that?
So you started out, you say, listen, everybody, y'all know how having a cat or a pet, they just like to sleep in the worst ways in bed with you. let me do an example, and then pretend you in the front row and me are sleeping in a bed together. Ready? So just enjoy your bed. You're sitting there, ready. Watch this, and then just get all up on somebody in the front row and just start kind of sliming on them and just meow meow, licking them on the head and screaming at them, smacking them in the head, hissing at them.
Then
some
Pony
people
by
might
Genuine
find that inappropriate.
comes on.
I just have to say, sounds a little inappropriate to me.
Well, dude, I'm
mess
not about
around like
wokeness. I'm not about wokeness. I'm rocking with the wokeness mentally, but I'm not rocking with it physically. I think physical wokeness needs to end. Let me smack anybody. Okay, so what small, tiny thing gave me joy this day?
Yeah.
I've been getting the top of my head really warm. You want to know how?
A hat and
I
a
go
hood
into the
and some
bathroom.
earmuffs, essentially.
No, this isn't cutting it right now. I'm about to go run over to this heat thingy.
Okay.
No, very funny, very observant as well. I like that about you. No, I go into the bathroom, and this is what's in my bathroom. A light switch, and write this down. A light switch, a fan switch, and then a third switch. And when you hit that third switch, a heater comes on. Hot air comes out of the ceiling fan. And what I do is I flip that on. It goes, and I just go stand under that thing for a little while.
That thing is disturbingly hot. I remember I used your bathroom recently, and I didn't know that there was a heat fan, and it just put me into a bad daze immediately. Woozy.
Well, on a day like today, when the landlord is emailing us telling us that the heat's out and they're trying to fix it.
Oh, you need that. Okay.
I need that.
Was that an exercise machine behind you? What the hell is that long pole behind you with the attachments on it?
This one?
Yeah.
Well, I'm a filmmaker, right? Tripod, light kit, green screen. Yeah, I'm a YouTuber. I'm fucking proud.
God, that's awesome.
All right.
Okay.
75 hard.
75 hard begins, what, in 3 days?
In 3, 2.
I think we should do it. I really think we should be doing something like at least a 5 hard.
All right. Well, can we do 75 hard, but the days that we're on the road and we want to go eat fried chicken and stuff in North Carolina?
Those days are passes since we are.
Yeah, you'll never fucking.
Okay.
You guys will never. You'll
keep saying that, Nate, and I will.
That's why I'm trying to motivate you, dude. You're gonna thank me later the way I talk.
It's working, man.
The way I'm texting
it's working.
you, fucking doubting you like this.
Please
like
go check
that,
out
Nate.
our live shows on our bios.
What'd you guys add? You guys added some. Did we already talk about this? You got to keep promoting them.
Oh, yeah.
Are the links up for those?
The links aren't out yet, but we are
theoretically.
coming to Chicago, Pittsburgh, and Milwaukee in the middle of March, I think 20th through the 22nd.
Chicago, Pittsburgh, and Milwaukee. Oh, that's going to be sick.
That will be tight. All right, y'all. Another one.
Joy Tactics.
Joy Tactics out. Peace.
Well, that concludes another incredible fucking episode of Joy Tactics. Head over to patreon.com/joytactics to unlock exclusive weekly bonus episodes. And make sure to follow us on social media where we post fire TikToks and hilarious shit like that. And if you loved the shit you just listened to, make sure to subscribe, rate, and leave us a review. Thanks for listening, and remember, we are shaped by our thoughts, we become what we think. When the mind is pure, joy follows like a shadow that never leaves.